Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today, continuing the series of mixing of Bloom, we have Candlelit Dinners. We are slightly going back into the order of the track list, but we shall see if that plan continues. Anywho, we have Candlelit Dinners here today, and this song, third song on the album, and let's just get into it. Here we are. First things first, we have live pianos. Yeah. If I mute these. Can you tell they're live? I hope you can, because they're nice. But I've got some exciting on them, because they're just a little bit dull. And for this entire album, I wanted bright pianos, and this is a little dark, so brightening them up with some API and some excitement, and then even more excitement. And then a tiny bit of compression, because you can see these are very dynamic, and a bit of H delay, but this is kind of being used as something that can just stretch them out a little bit, give it a little bit of width and depth. So this is what the settings are. I've only got 3%, so it's barely doing anything, but that is what it is. And we got some piano verb, and it's over here, and these are the settings. I think that's just the default preset. With just this turned up, so that's pretty cool. You don't need anything complicated. And then you got the rest of the stems, which are in here, and you got the bass, which is got CLA bass on it. That is the default setting as well. That's nice. We got that's the digital keyboard before we re-recorded it. And there's a synth. There's nothing on the synth. And you CLA bass. Let's see what this sounds like. Kind of nothing really, but it just
tell me where you wanna go. Pack the bags and off we run.
Yeah, you can kind of hear it more in the mix, which is nice. There's a kick sidechain here that I don't think was used. Well, that's just nice. So we just go on to the drums. Oh, it was very slightly. It was nothing else on these drums because they're all committed. So I can tell you what I had on the snare. There was a distressor. And there was an EQ doing like 10 dBs of high end because it's a very dark snare. These hats, probably an RVox, might be a bit of a weird thing to use, but if you compress enough on hi-hats with an RVox, the harshness of them kind of goes away. So that's a nice little trick I learned from Mixed by Ali.
Tell me what you want.
Let's hear this. Let's take it off. So, okay, it just kind of brings them some more high end because this is doing, 10x16 with a small bandwidth, attenuating, not at 100 because it doesn't attenuate what it says here. So this is probably more like 300. And I'm doing zero boost on the low end, okay. I thought I would be, but that's all right. And there's a tiny bit of RVox, bass, in it as well, which is nice. And I can tell you what's on the kick. It's probably R bass as well, probably an EQ to boost the low end, get rid of the mids a little bit because this kick is kind of boomy, so I just wanted to dip those, and probably a bit in like the 5 to 8K area for the click of the kick because it's a live kick, so it will have that. And on the bass is God Particle doing 41, because if you didn't know, there is EQ in the God Particle. It boosts from all the way from 20 to around 400, 500 hertz. That's all boosted because it's this is a plugin. Well, it's meant to be on your mix box, but you can use it pretty much anywhere that requires more low ends. Because if I take it,
tell me what you wanna see.
you can see it kind of just adds more oomph to everything. And you got R bass, which is literally on its default preset, which is always nice. And we have Soothe, which is, if I click this delta, you can hear what it's removing. That's kind of nice. And let's just get on to the vocals, because I'm sure everybody wants to know about the vocals.
Tell me what you wanna see, tell me where you wanna go.
Just go
Pack
on to
your
the
bags
beat.
and off we roam. A B-boy be like metronome. Never wanna see that smile. Hang down, I'm gonna run a mile. She my everything, she all of me.
Hey, it's like everything else. I swear they change throughout. You got this, you got some de-essing, you got this EQ, and I'm doing that 2K thing again, like I did on the first song, just to get more presence, because there's a lot of mid-range elements in the song. Well, I say there's a lot. There's the pianos and the synth, and that's it in terms of mid-range. So you just want the vocals to cut up. We got the CLA Chris Lord Algae settings on this compressor. Clearly, I wonder how much.
Tell me what you wanna see, tell me where you wanna go. Pack your bags and off we roam. A B-boy be like metronome. With that voice and all of the pleasantries.
Yeah, more -5. That's actually pretty decent for me, because I'm normally slamming it. And then we got this.
With that voice and all of the pleasantries.
Right,
Don't let me hear, don't wanna
-7.
be all alone. You were my safe space, you were my home.
Basically -7. And you got some fresh air. This is the mids, this is the highs, obviously, because it says, just to get it out a bit. And then any harshness that or any harshness of any building up of frequencies, this will take care of and calm down. We got a de-esser again, just in case this couldn't capture it, because it's not a transient shaper. SU2 is not a transient shaper. It can deal with harshness and resonance, not transients. So we're just de-essing in case. We got this air flanger thing again. Watch the first video if you want to, might as well.
With that voice and all of the pleasantries. Don't let me hear, don't wanna be all alone.
It's actually quite cool what it sounds like, but for this song, it's very hip hop. So
With that voice and all of the pleasantries. Don't let me hear, don't wanna be all alone.
Kind of gives it just a tad bit of width to the vocal. And we got NS1, which is only on 8, so it's just for these little bits at the front and the back of the vocal that I have not taken out, because there's vocals there. And for the backgrounds,
Candlelit dinner for two.
literally the same processing. I am very sure it is. Yeah, literally all the same processing, except for there's no fresh air. So it's still present because it has this EQ and this high band. Oh, it doesn't have the 2K. But not as present, hence that's why they're not there. And we used the throw delay that I showed you in the last video. If you want to see the settings, you're going to go watch that one. And I committed it because clearly I really liked it. Hang on.
That's the stars. I wanna see that twinkle. Never got enough of your smile. Tell me what you wanna see.
Beautiful, and it's all the same stuff down here. Voila. Echo Boy, you got Widener, this is a free plugin. You got your width, you got your doubler with actually S1 imager on it. Actually, just to make it even wider, S1 imager does the sides of a vocal, or any in stereo image, it will change the sides, not really the mids. And then you got multi-band compression with a de-esser. Let's just go all the way up here then, and I don't have any of my mix bus settings on. That probably explains why it's so quiet.
That's the stars. I wanna see that red eyes, they paint a scene in my head.
Yeah, but it's just God particle. This is 0, because clearly I was going to do something in mastering. Clearly that's why it's 0. You got your limiter, basic settings, transparent, which isn't transparent. I don't know why it's called that. It's got stuff in the high end. And you got a compressor doing about 3 dBs, as you can hear. And you got insights.
Red eyes, they paint a scene in my head, a bloody scene. How could you just leave me? Know that you complete me. Dark red eye.
So I'm -10 basically. It dips below and it goes -9 and goes to -11. So that's Candlelit dinners for you. Right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.